Hello, everybody. My name is Sean, and I love trees. I love VTubers. And I want to combine these into something that hopefully isn't a sin against nature. But who inspired this potential abomination? Dizzillust. For those of you who don't know, Dizzy is a blue and red parasite VTuber with a penchant for shibari. It's these 4 points that I think will combine into an absolutely titular tree. So let's start this tree like all trees, with wire. 216 pieces of 22 gauge wire cut to 70 centimeters in length to be precise. I'll feed these wires into my trusty bucket to act as a third hand while I twist and shape it around a piece of dowling. With the wires wrapped around the dowling, I can begin shaping the branches. I always use the Fibonacci sequence to help me divide up the wires. Branch lengths are arbitrary. The closer the divisions, the fuller the final foliage will look. The longer the divisions, the sparser the foliage. For unspecified reasons, this will be the fullest tree I've ever made. The foliage will be done in 2 stages. The first stage is creating 5,500 to 6,000 loops. As for the second, to save myself some sanity, I'm going to hold off to make things easier for me. You might be wondering though, why Dizzy? Well, why not? She's an entertaining streamer, an engaging talker with a dark sense of humor, and creative. Coupled with her design, these qualities just kind of clicked inside my mind to create this, as with most of my designs. Once the loops are finished, I can create the roots. The division for the roots follow the pattern of the branches, but I don't need to take them as far down the sequence. I'll trim off what I don't want, but leave just enough for a base that can support the tree. It's time to put the tree aside and start the vines, which will be made from 40 pieces of similar wire. Fun fact, vines are just nature's noodly parasitic rope-like versions of a tree. A perfect fit for Dizzy. This means that the process is, for the most part, the same. For the branches though, I'll have to wrap them around the tree branches as I create the divisions in order to create that noodly parasitic rope-like effect. It's time for the foliage, and thankfully, it's only 1,000 loops this time. Unfortunately, I now have to do it while maneuvering around all those loops I previously made. It's at this point I'd like you all to know I am glacially slow. In the more than a year that I've spent working on this, Dizzy has come out with not 1, not 2, but 3 new outfits. Now, I could have scrapped my work and restarted, or I can take the easy way out and incorporate the shared qualities of each, black, white, and skulls, into the base. Sadly, most of the base footage is unusable because I forgot to not stand in front of the camera. I drilled a hole to mark where the tree will go and carved a section out of the base. From there, a black stain was applied, varnish was applied to the sides and bottoms. The top wasn't varnished, so the tree could be epoxied in place using the dowling as a support rod while it sets. While the epoxy sets, I'll start sculpting some skulls. These are made from Super Sculpey, baked, and give it a base coat of bone white. I'll paint the eyes black and dry brush some bright white for some color variation. 24 hours with the epoxy set, I can start making the ground. This is made of drywall hole filler, Mod Podge, brown paint, and sand. And it looks very suspicious, so I'm going to add some black paint. Before it sets, I'll add some small stones to the mud to add some variation, create a natural landscape. When this sets 24 hours later, I'll dry brush various browns to bring out textures and highlights. With the ground finished, I can add the skulls, white flowers, and grass patches as final touches. I could say I'm finished, but I'm not. I truthfully designed this to light up. The hole I carved in the base was to hide a battery pack. The dowling was actually there to preserve a path for me to feed LED lights through. Once the lights are through the tree, I'll wrap them around the branches to hold them in place. With the lights wrapped and everything else complete, I can finally finish the foliage. This is done by spiraling the loops of wire into circles. As I go, I'll shape the branches and give a more natural look. And with the last wire, it's done. This was a fun challenge adapting Dizzillust into a tree. I suggest you check her out. Until next time, I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.